Welcome to Heart and Hustle. It's your host and your boy, and I'm here with my boys,
Yes, sir.
Fred and
Yes,
Johnny.
sir.
Welcome to the platform. This is the long awaited. And I told my boy when he gets to town that he can come on ahead and get on the show. So I just want to, before we get into our intro, I want to allow him to get a brief introduction because we already heard from this nigga Fred. We don't need to hear nothing else from this nigga. So go ahead, Johnny.
I'm Johnny Moss, owner of Grind Times.
Shout out Grind Time.
Yeah,
man.
shout out Grind Times. Thank you for having me on, bro.
No problem, bro. So yeah, today we're gonna talk New Year's resolutions, and we basically gonna catch up and really kind of get down to the grit when it comes down to like running the business or like kind of get a little bit more insight from Johnny and Fred today, and also like for myself. So we'll get into the rest of the episode after the intro.
Hey, I'm feeling good. Case you wonder how nigga been doing. Whole lot of money out there, I'm getting to it. Heard I couldn't do it, so I went ahead and do it. Okay. Now for that, doing bad, okay. All cut up, we ain't late this great. Mentally and physically, I'm in good shape and I'm feeling good.
50 Cent do the same thing.
I'm feeling good.
He put this music as an intro.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
All right. And we back.
Hey.
Journal went. God damn it.
Is it?
Did I have it? Oh shit, my journal's
that
over there.
motherfucker over there.
Can y'all pass
God.
production?
Right there.
Can
Right there.
y'all please pass me my journal? Thank you. Sorry guys, we still on pen and paper with it. It's season 1. It's cool. So like I said, today is gonna be a little bit of talk about New Year's. Is in our resolutions. By the way, Happy New Year's to everybody.
Happy New Year to
You know what
y'all.
I'm saying? Happy holidays, everybody.
year be prosperous.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. By this time, we already officially launched. I don't know what episode this gonna be. Be honest with y'all. I keep on saying this first season is sloppy as hell, bro. If only y'all could see the behind the scenes of this,
Man.
this
But,
first season.
but it's just like everything, bro. It's a work in progress.
Yeah,
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
I feel like in the
You can
beginning
only
it's
get
always gonna be
better.
ugly. Yeah.
But it's been fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, like even we'll record, like bro, we done had so many good episodes that just been to waste. It's always like something, but it's still fun. Like we still enjoy the time. So I don't count it as a you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
just a learning
waste.
curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's kind of like we getting a rhythm in. You know what I mean? So I wanted to start off the episode with this quote because I know that we all gonna feel like agree that this is true. Well, the quote is the law of cause and effect. If you want to achieve success in one area, you must determine how success is achieved in that area, then practice those skills until you receive the same results. So it's basically like I always ask people like, what does success mean to you? So I feel like we could take a step back and then let me ask each of you, what does success mean to you in your area, in your opinion?
To me, to be honest, success is achieving your goal and just whatever that goal may look like to you. As long as you can do it and you're comfortable and happy with it, and it's not to anyone else's standard, that's success because it's within your success is within yourself.
Okay, Fred.
Definitely agree to that. But I would say success is where everything's well balanced out and like you can basically be happy in your own skin. Pretty much it. You know, if you feel like you're good at what you do, then you happy in that, you're successful at that, then boom.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like y'all really hit it on the net, like hit exactly like on the money because I agree. Like I always tell people because I feel like I be catching people in them times whenever they having like mental fog or they stress and I'm always like, you got to get real with like what it is that you want. You know what I'm saying? What does success look like for you? You are stressed about not being successful, but do you really know what success looks like to you and yourself? Because you can't compare your success to the next person if y'all don't have the same type of grind, the same type of, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, what does success mean to you? Some people, money doesn't have anything to do with their success. They successful. Me, okay, let me share with y'all what I feel like success will be to me. When I feel like I will be successful is whenever I'm put up, I got my land. I'm saying I don't have to have a lot of kids at that moment. I will have a lot of kids. I will have I will have some juniors.
How many you looking like?
I want at least 6.
Okay, bro. You know, when I was younger, I used to want 7, but now I'm like leaning more towards like
4. Yeah,
I'm capped out.
something a
I'll
little
be
bit
capped
more
out
than
4, minimum 3.
Yeah.
It's a 3 or 4. That's pretty much it.
yeah, something a little bit more than average because like I said, it's always a way that I view myself. I view myself as this is what I was reading my journals from 2021, and I was reading heavy around that time, and I was doing every activity inside those books. So it was a one where it was basically asking you why to everything. It's like if you ask a person why 7 times, you really gonna get down to the grit of like what their purpose is. And so around this, like the last 2 whys, it was like saying that I wanted to leave a legacy. I feel like my papa left a name, and we're not, and like, you know, that's good, but I want to leave a legacy from the name. Like, you know, he started it. Like when we talk about my papa, it's always good talk. He's a good man. You know, he's always known for like how he treated the world and how the world responded to that. But now, whenever it comes down to me, I feel like I have the opportunity to take what we have and build generational wealth from it, leave a legacy. Like people really know the Jackson, like that name, you know.
If I could ask you, like, so, well, what do you want to be known for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously you want to be known for your, like, so say, for example, you pass away and somebody says, like, oh, AJ, he was really good at this. You know, like, for example, me, I want to be known for art. Lastly, you know what I'm saying? I want to know he's a great person. He's very successful, energetic. You know what I'm saying? He brought all this energy to people and what's things, very loving. So what is something that you want to be known for beyond, like, your music?
I want to be known for being authentic. You know what I mean? If there's anything that I want people to learn from me or pick from me, is that I'm authentic, like to who I am, what I am. Like that's why a lot of times on social media I post my fuck ups because that's authentic to it. Like for instance, the handstand push up shit. Like I bust my motherfucking, like that shit hurt it. But
That shit
me,
hurt it.
me knowing me, I'm like, you know, I already know. I didn't know it was gonna be a month that I was gonna accomplish my goal, but I knew I was gonna do it, which is why I was okay with sharing that, because I knew it was gonna be a light bulb moment. Like I'm letting y'all see it like this, but whenever I post them first couple times me doing handstand push-ups, y'all like, damn, he couldn't even do a handstand. I remember I saw him bust his ass, like you know. So I really wanted to be kind of like authentic, because really my whole thing with the brand and the movement is just to kind of like remind everybody of like how great you are.
Wait, so like by you being authentic, do you feel like that correlates with success? You know, like by you being.
I think so. I feel like when you're able to be your inner self, and you're able to be comfortable within yourself, that's great success.
Right. Cause you gotta think about it. Nowadays, most people what Fred?
Go ahead. I'm listening. My fault.
You gotta think about it. Nowadays, most people are like, that's rare, bro. As weird as it sounds, it's rare for people to be fully authentic to themselves and not trying to people please.
It's like
I think
social
so.
media,
I think people are scared to like be judged for what they really like or for what they're into. You know?
Yeah, bro.
Everybody wants to live to a societal like norm or standard.
Yeah,
most
and
of the time.
I think that also plays a major role when it comes to like people, like when you be confused, like when people like certain type of music styles or certain TV shows, and it's like, bro, you're black or you're this, you're that, but it's like, bro, like. I grew up playing SmackDown vs. Raw. Like I'm a like rock music because of those games. Where I'm creating my player.
Exactly.
So like,
yes, but
so,
you and that's crazy you said that, bro. Because that's how I know it, bro. That's how I know that type of music. But listening to it in that space, it'll make you like it. Yeah. If a motherfucker was to play that shit to me on like listen to this, bro, this shit hard, I'm gonna be like, nigga, turn that shit the fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, nah, but. Watching Randy Orton come out and do this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Triple H used to be going crazy. What?
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro. So and I was heavy on WWE.
It's about the environment that is presented to you, though. Because like
we got John Cena with us right now on set. We got John Cena on
this is
set.
last year too.
You know what I'm
saying? Sad year.
But nah, for real, that was like. So to touch back here, I do feel like that's authentic. That'll be me being fully authentic. Because the way I thought about it's like, all right, coming up, I always knew I wanted to do music. I always knew I wanted to have some type of notoriety for music, like being known for that, right? But I didn't want that to be my identity. Like, it's so much more to me than that. The music, like, it's just like more, I feel like I'm more of like an entertainer. Yeah. I like to say that.
Real quick, you don't want to be known for your music first because, like obviously the music was kind of like the back burner of things, right? Sort of, kind of.
It's like what I feel like drives me, but I feel like that was like the vehicle. Music was the vehicle to get here. Music was the reason why I picked up a camera. Music was the reason why I started like really like locking in and reading because it got to a point I was like, what am I gonna talk about?
Yeah.
I could talk about what everybody else talk about. I want to be a tough guy, whoop, whoop, but I've never been that type to really tell somebody what I'm gonna do. It's like any situation I've been put in to where I had to defend myself or it was really like
Pull up and slap him.
it was really like that. It wasn't really no talking. It wasn't like I just do all that, like, you know, so it's kind of like with music, what am I going to talk about? And it's like, as I'm growing up, it's life lessons to learn. So a lot of my music is about life and what I'm learning along the way and things that I shouldn't forget and that nobody should forget. I really like to look at it as like affirmations.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you rapping, when you singing my songs back, you may be singing back the stuff that I wrote, but what you put out into the universe is gonna come back. So if you're saying this out loud, it's you manifesting it. And a lot of things I talk about is achieving my goals, making it out the struggle, or you know what I'm saying? I don't ask for too much, but I just know that how we living right now, this can't be it. This can't be the end all be all. Like I know if I work a little harder, I can get to where I'm supposed to be, or you know.
So real
Especially
quick,
when you have direction.
so yeah, real quick on that. So back to the quote when he basically said like you got to go find that success or you got to find that role model. I can't remember specifically, but basically some of that range where you go find that role model. So where you learn it and where it makes you successful at that because you're mimicking their success and implementing it inside your same way. So by you doing music, how do you find that person that has been successful at that? You know?
I definitely feel like I found that person now. Back in the day, I was doing it out of strictly like just the love. Like the drive was tricking me on. I didn't know how I was gonna piece everything together.
And that's like the thing because like the thing I was trying to get at is like how do you figure that out? You know, when you have no role models or not so much role models, you don't have like no person to look up to or they really give you that mentorship. You know, so now you're trying to like walk with a blind eye. You know what I'm saying? But you're like, okay, it's gonna be more trials and then more trial and errors than successful points in your life. But just more those successful points are through those trial and errors. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like it was like these past couple years it's been off of just knowing that I was different. And it's not a bad thing, you know, it's humbly I say that, but just knowing that like, man, when it comes to music, it's just like, I hear they songs, you know, I hear mine and it's just like, it's not the same. It's not that I'm that much better but it's how I feel when I listen to this. And then I also listen to people around me when they tell me they honest feedback from the music.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I know that the world should hear what I got to say on the track, but coming to, I want to say 2023-ish. When I first found out about La Russell, you know who La Russell is?
Yeah.
I'm not big on music like that.
So
like
you know Russell
artist
is.
names
He's
I ain't
hard,
got
bro.
it.
Yeah, he an independent artist, but he's completely like
Killing it.
Killing it,
bro.
and he's
Going
letting you know
crazy.
like what is he doing? Like this is the only artist I've ever went out to go see perform. Like he was in Houston at the Cali Kitchen. I went, and that was an experience. That wasn't a concert.
So have you seen some of his music inside the group chat?
No, I haven't. But on Instagram one time I sent it in the group. It's like I don't know if it's his backyard specifically, but he throws these like
Yeah,
concerts.
that's his backyard.
Okay, yeah. So he throws these concerts in his backyard, and like they started like kind of popping on social media, and then like other rappers started going to it too. So like he's gaining his traction through like basically just grinding and using what he has.
So
bro.
I'm pretty sure I have heard some, but just like I
You've
don't,
seen him
I
because
don't
he
know
had
names.
a TikTok
That's my
sting.
thing.
He had a TikTok sting where he was like posting like, but he has been like real, like he's been letting everybody know about his journey, what he's doing. He's like the dude posts every day, like you know, like and I'm getting to see like, so it's kind of like I was getting a little bit of like I started to figure out what lane I was going with it. Cause I'm like everybody that he leveled up and that's with him is his childhood best friends or people that he's met along the way. So it's kind of like I'm looking, I'm like, bro, hold on.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. He on the West Coast though. So the West Coast, that's Cali, huh? Is that East Coast? No, that's the West Coast.
Yeah,
I was saying he on the West
I
Coast, so we
almost know
down
it's-
south. Yeah, nigga, you know, I got
Yeah,
sometimes I
Eastside
got
watermelon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I had. But yeah, so he over there, and I'm just like, shit. I feel like down here, I can do that. I feel like definitely, I
That's
definitely.
so funny. But
Nothing, bro.
I'm like, I definitely can do that. So that was like my kind of like my person that I'm looking to right now. Well, I haven't been more so just kind of watching him now, but like he didn't really gave me a outline to this shit, you know. But to answer your question, when you don't have anybody to look up to, I just feel like you gotta be
I feel
very blunt with yourself.
yeah.
Do you like this? Am I enjoying this? You gotta really be like reflecting a lot because you don't want to do anything that don't serve you.
Yeah.
Just pay attention to how you feel when you do certain things or whenever you know what I mean? That's how I feel like whenever I listen to my music, it was like, damn.
Damn what?
I'm like, nigga, why are you looking at me?
My
Like
fault.
that? I'm like, hold on, wait, did I say something?
Nah,
Did it was a pause?
I see Johnny, he over there.
I was
wait.
gonna,
He
I was
said,
gonna, I'll wait. My
My
bad,
fault,
bro. Hey,
man. My
man,
fault.
Nah, it's all
Shit,
good, man.
but basically, when I listen to it now, I'm like, the feeling I get is like, you go, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you go ahead. Yeah, you did what you had to do on this one.
I ain't gonna, bro. I was designing shit today. I said, damn. This thing cold.
Yeah.
And I see it from like a third person, fourth person point of view. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, bro. Like, because obviously, like I said, I'm a harsh critic on myself, but like, so where I can like actually start liking my stuff, well, I'm like, bro, this shit hard. Or I'm trying to figure out like, okay, when I figure it out, I'm like, damn, this nigga got it.
Yeah.
This nigga got it.
Yeah,
But-
that's exactly how it be, bro. Just be that acknowledging that moment when you just get proud of yourself, and it makes everything that you did up until that point worth it.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely, bro. That gratification that you get sometimes from like seeing your work really be appreciated, bro. Especially when you're a creative, that is one of the most amazing feelings, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of like putting new batteries in, bro. It's kind of like you charged up, like
Really?
and that's really how I be feeling. And with me, myself, I've been feeling like I'm going on a streak with making music. Like I just haven't like for the past 15 songs. It just been like every song, be like, yeah, okay, I see. Like it's like I'm getting to a point where I'm like, I'm excited for the next track, and I gotta write it.
So how long ago did you make that new one? I mean, the one that I heard, like,
bro, that
the
was like
opening.
2 years ago.
But
Are
that
you
shit's so
serious?
hard.
Bro, nah, that's a bad
Yeah, we
one.
on
So have
2025, so
have you even released that?
That's gonna be on the one I dropped this month.
Okay,
So I'm supposed to drop it next week, but I might push it to the last week of January because I got to do a couple little things in between because I wanted to have it to where like on Instagram you can see the lyrics. You know how they have it, so I got to actually go in and submit my lyrics, and it's kind of a lot of background.
And I was figuring I was wanting to know how that was possible because I know Apple Music they have the lyrics, but is that the same way? You guys type it in?
You basically got a distributor, which I go to DistroKid, and so once you put it in there, it got all these other options. You can put your lyrics in there, and I've did it before, but I've never been like it's never got approved. But I'm like this time I want to because specifically on Instagram when I posted content or like I want to be able to put my music and my lyrics
bro.
on it, like you know what I'm saying. So
that's be crazy, bro.
yeah, because in a lot of times I get a little self-conscious. I'm like, do people really hear what I like? Is this clear? Is how I pronounce this clear? You know, but I've never heard nobody say like that I've bunched it. Maybe in the past they was like saying they like I could take a little bit more time, but this new version, this upgraded version of me, I feel like I've been really pronouncing my words and really so. But either way, I still want the lyrics up there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, about 2 years. I remember when I made that one coming back from Alaska in 2023. So almost about a year and a half. I remember when I made that one.
Yeah, bro, that shit's so hard,
That's
bro.
crazy.
But so within New Year's resolutions, I'm gonna start here and let's just give me 2 New Year's resolutions that you or if you don't have specific resolutions, because I know some people kind of like, nah, just because everybody makes New Year's resolutions and sometimes they don't fall through with them. Some people just kind of like, I just got different goals for this year. Or so what's some things that you say, what's some changes or something you want to do this year or focus on?
So my focus is for this year is just to keep myself at a certain standard and then to also make sure that I hold myself to certain boundaries within those standards.
Okay.
I feel like this previous year was definitely like a year for me to know what I want, know where my head is. So this year is just making sure that I stay the path and just making sure that I hold myself within that standard because I know where I want to go. So if I hold myself with discipline and like keep myself in that standard, then I'll achieve my goals and, you know, I'll reach the success that I'm looking for.
Facts. What about you, Fred?
For the first part, it would be I guess drop more artwork. To be honest, I feel like I watch myself kind of like going as highs and lows when it comes to art. But I want to be more consistent how I used to be, and I want to be more disciplined. I think those ties back together.
Yeah, because you got it's gonna be a lot of eyes.
Yeah.
This year, it's a lot of eyes. This reason why I want to make this platform, bro. It was never like a selfish reason. It was I'm around all these great people, bro, and everybody got their own things going on. These are all people I grew up with. Like these are all people that our paths have collided. So it's kind of like shit having a platform to shine a little light on what you got going on.
Yeah.
It helps everybody.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy how them hoes collided because it was out of Rubies or it was really Rubies, bro.
Yeah, bro. Rubies was really a big network, bro. And I didn't realize it was working there, but like everybody that came out of Rubies for the most part, bro, is on a good path, bro, and they're all doing well.
I'm grateful,
bro.
man.
Yeah,
I'm grateful,
honestly.
bro. Like we all had us, like literally. And Rubies, bro, that
Rubies was wild,
that job,
bro.
bro. That job,
bro, that's a podcast.
That's a podcast
for itself.
Bro,
like,
nigga, what?
Different areas and shit, bro.
No, bro. I remember Fred. Fred was a server by the time I got there, so it's kind of like. But you know a nigga that like miss his old job when you see him. Like a nigga used to come back and look at us as busters, be like, niggas ain't shit. When I was doing this,
bro, I swear to God,
I used to have it up to here,
bro. But I'm actually glad that I wasn't a busser no more because I was wilding as a busser, bro. I was wilding as a busser.
I believe it, shit. Knowing you, bro. I believe it, nigga.
But them busting days were the shit though.
But yeah, but for sure, like that was like another reason. Like it's gonna be a lot of eyes on whatever we got going on, bro. Like this ain't the last podcast. This is just. But anytime, I always say it's certain people that just always got a home here.
Yeah,
I always will sit down and have a conversation because I know where your head's at, and it's kind of like always gonna be good conversation, good topic, something that people can listen to and take something away from.
Yeah,
you know. So I'm gonna get into my New Year's resolutions, kind of short and simple, and it kind of covers everything, and it's really to stop shorting myself and stop sleeping on myself. And I say that because shorting myself is because it's like you said, it's like you know what you got to do in order to get to where you're going. Somewhere along the line, it gets we get distracted or like sidetracked, or but like that the shorting myself is kind of like cutting out all distractions. That's why I made that post at the New Year's. It was nothing
AJ said, man, fuck all y'all. Y'all ain't fuck on me, I ain't fuck with y'all.
And I'm building this shit.
But people who read that, yeah. But see, people who read it and they know me, they know where they fall in line with that. Like people know, some people know that message to them, and it's like it's just basically saying I'm not gonna be doing what I already wasn't doing, like just dry hanging out, like something. Let's sit down and let's really get to the grit because I'm tired, fool. I'm tired of these years going by. And I'm still, you know what I mean?
It's not as fruitful as you want it to be.
Yeah, because I'm growing up here, and I don't want to question God or what He got going on for me. But I'm growing up here, but I'm still feeling like for all this growth that I'm doing on the inside, my outside should reflect a little bit more. I shouldn't be still in the same place. So I know somewhere along the line, it just comes down to like how I execute.
Me, I tell myself, literally the exact same thing. I tell myself, it's like maybe he's like, you're not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I literally said like you get in there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling John, like, bro, I don't know what it is. I feel something. You know what I'm saying? I feel something about like this year. I don't know, but it's hard to like describe it. You know, but it's like I feel something where it's like he's like, okay. I mean, I think breadcrumb you some more. They give you a couple like more hardships or whatnot. But like once you get past that, bro, you got it. It's there.
Yeah, and that's literally, you know, why I was like, stop showing because literally, bro, like anything I've ever did that I fell in love with, I overdid. The main things that I feel like I'm skillful in life, you know, I did early, but I was always trying to distinguish myself from the next person, you know, like basketball or boxing or music-wise. I always felt like I wanted to put a little bit more work in order to stick out. And at first it was selfish reason, but once I got to realizing that it's just hard work, you're going to stand out regardless, to stop being like me wanting to shit on the next person. It's like, okay, now that I understand how to get better at this, I just want to be better. Yeah. I want to be able to look back and see my growth, you know? So I feel like, you know, I've been kind of shorting myself when it comes to like the behind the scenes of the camera. So much shit that you can do with a camera. I first got a camera for music videos because I didn't want to pay anybody else to do my music videos. That was the first. But then once I started, I'm like, bro, I could do whatever with this motherfucker. I could do fucking vlogs. I could do, and I kind of got lost in the sauce with that. But
it's so fun though. It's so fun though. And then you pick up that skill, and it's like, damn, now while you getting lost in the sauce, like I got skill for that. But like, let's go back to me, where when I get to me again, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you know that. Okay, and we back. We had some technical difficulties. Appreciate y'all for being patient, even though it was like a half second for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing, something slight.
Yeah,
But okay, so yeah, we was talking more so about like why we feel like people don't follow through with they New Year's resolutions, and I do agree with both of y'all when it comes down to it, because I feel like me personally in the past, the reason why I haven't is because I was setting unrealistic goals. Like to put this shit into perspective, bro. The first time I've ever put pen to paper anything about a podcast is 2021. It took me 3 years, bro. But when I wrote that goal down, that was like I intended to do that by the end of that year. How I was gonna do that shit, I don't even think I had a fucking camera.
You kept that notebook?
Yeah, it's upstairs. That's one of my prized possessions, bro. Because from cover to cover, it's filled.
Yep.
It's filled with quotes. It's filled with music. It's filled with like my summaries to books.
Do you feel like journaling helps you?
100%.
Okay.
Like I'm a firm believer. I was looking back, and the woman that I'm with right now, I remember I kind of been dealing with her for the past year or so. So I remember at the stint, it was a stint at the beginning of the year when I was really by myself, and we first started to talk. I wrote something in my journal about it, just about like how I was feeling about it, like just having a good feeling, and you know what I'm saying, and just trusting God about it. So I was looking back at that journal, just kind of trying to set up for a podcast, and I was like, dang, I showed her. I'm like, look, you know what I'm saying? This was February, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm looking back, and I'm like, yeah, because that was authentically how I felt at that moment. And so reading back now, it's kind of like you get to kind of feel your growth in between.
Yeah.
Because I was like distressed at a certain point, and I'm writing it down, and now I'm looking at it when I got a clear mind, and I'm like, damn, like I remember how I got out of that funk. You know what I'm saying? But definitely documenting it and putting the date, it kind of helped me. You know what I'm saying? Cause so I kind of know like, okay, boom, like I did this or that. Like, so I definitely feel like journaling helps me, bro. Like I'm a firm advocate. If people are into it, I definitely recommend it. If you're not, kind of try it, you know?
I like to write things down, or like definitely I need a physical book. You know what I'm saying? Like literally inside my room. Basically, like I have like 3-4 sketchbooks filled up, and I still go back. Like, oh man, I ain't dropped this. Well, let me amp it up to where it's something more. You know what I'm saying? Where I can go back and get that physical touch again. I can literally relive that moment. So like when you read over something that you wrote for her back then, is those emotions that you had then they get aroma to your
it's kind of it's kind of like a wave of them feelings.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But it like at the point at that time, what she read was something positive. It was like kind of like. Yeah, I wouldn't write anything in my journal, but even at that time, I didn't anticipate ever reading that back or her even seeing that. You know, it was just honestly how I was feeling, what was on my mind at that moment. It was just 2 sentences, 2-3 sentences, and I just thought it was like something that she would like to see. Like I'm like letting you know, like shoot, around this time, my morning routine at work was I always had my journal with me. I had an area where I can just kind of journal in the morning, just kind of so. I was just like, shit, I was thinking about you early in the morning. Like, it's on paper. Like, that's proof. The date is right there. You know what I mean? But for you asking me, have you, like, do you journal?
To be honest, I have journaled before. A lot of my early grind times stuff is in a journal. And bro, I've had that for over 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? So
now that's crazy. That's like an achievement. Like that motherfucker upstairs, it's beat up. And it's only 3 years, nigga. That's 3 years. No, it's going on 4 years that I've had it. Niggas pages sliding out and shit. But I look at it like it's perfect.
Bro,
like it's a masterpiece.
The cover on mine is it's gone now. So it's just the pages.
And and I was reading like a book, and it was like saying, it was talking about journaling. It was like, bro, like I used to be the person, if I spill something on my notebook, I'm ripping the page out. Like, man, this fucking barbecue stains and shit. Like, nigga, what? That's all part of like,
you can't
nigga,
get
what?
rid of it. It's precious.
It's there. It's like, shit, this man, what? Like I said, it's the prize. It's one of my prized possessions because, nigga, the shit that be up here is in there. Yeah. And it's kind of like and a lot of people have these life-changing moments whenever they hear the right set of words or they read them. You know, so all the quotes that I wrote in there, those are like, this book is full with thousands plus words, but the way that they put this sentence together, it lit something up inside me. So I have to write this down so I can come back to it, or I want to see this again. Like I don't want this to be the last time I see it. So that's why I was kind of like cherishing it. But also like for you to say like you had a lot of your early grind times in it, and that's like major, bro. Because for saying the same thing, like I was saying, like this was a goal in my journal 2-3 years ago. So to finally be at that we at the launching point, we finna be dropping. It's like, damn, that's a check off the list. It took me 3 years, but I put it on pen and paper. You know what I mean? A while back. So it's kind of like, for sure, I do definitely feel like journaling is like, and I have them stints. Like every year, I kind of have like those consistency moments where I'm consistently doing something, like 2-3 months strong, and then I fall off, but it be needed whenever I do, But definitely writing down, like, and actually being open with myself about like how I'm feeling at the moment, seeing it on paper, it helps me. It helps me in the moment. It also helps me looking back on it or whenever I do finally catch up with it. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah. But see, now that we at this, like kind of like the midpoint in the episode, I want to ask, do any of y'all have a Am I Wrong for this? This is our segment for Am I Wrong?
I'm going to opt to not share my Am I Wrong.
Okay.
You got to, because I have nothing.
I don't have anything at the moment.
Okay.
This is a safe space.
Safe space.
All right.
Unless you're Fred. So, then you gotta watch what you say, because now you got eyes on you. Fred has to be the nigga that got the most like eyes on him. Like,
what you mean,
bro?
Bro, I'm really the nicest guy here, bro.
No,
let me step out,
bro. You are a menace.
Come on, bro. I'm a good guy.
I feel like it's probably AJ, and then me, and then you.
Bro, I've been working on myself though, bro. I've been working on myself.
See, that's
bro.
toxic.
That's toxic.
But you know what? It starts with admitting. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I told my friend, I said, hey, y'all really don't know me, bro. I'm really cooling on y'all. I said, I'm really cooling on y'all. I said, like we're at college, you know what I'm saying? I said, like, outside of this, I'm a completely different person.
Yeah.
Nah, all honesty, like full transparency, as much as we fuck with Fred don't need to change shit. Like, we accept this nigga how he is. He just, bro, if y'all was to hear the shit that we fucking hear off camera.
Fred is diabolical.
Bro,
y'all really don't know. Fred is a
Don't
villain.
let the smile fool you, bro. Look at him.
Bro, I'm a nice person, bro. I'm a nice person, bro. What's they say? I'm just a chill guy.
I'm just a chill guy. Put your hands in your pocket. Go ahead.
Get the camera zoomed in.
Yeah, but nah, for real. But I guess you gotta say your Am I Wrong, or we gonna have to skip the segment. I would hate to have to skip the segment.
Yeah, you can't do that, Johnny. You're the guest on the show. You're the newest guest.
Okay, bro. So I had a neighbor, right? And she's a shorty, bro. You know, she's cool, bro. And when I met her initially, like, mind you, we were both on a floor where it's majority 1 bedrooms.
Yeah.
So I meet her during 4th of July, and fire drill happened at like 3:00 in the morning. She ended up coming out. We ended up chopping it up. So, obviously, you smoke. Yeah, I smoke. Bam. So cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come back. So we ended up chopping it up. And I'm sitting there and I see a kid on her phone screen. But I'm like, I don't never see no kids here. I only see a dog. So I'm like, you got kids? And she was like, oh yeah, I got 3 of them. I said, huh? I was like, you got 3? And she was like, yeah, but like, nah, I mean, like, they get taken care of. Like, I send money every month. Like, I'm basically a good baby daddy. And I was like, yeah, nah, we chopped. So like, she'd be trying to like hang out. I was like, oh nah, like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I'm never again. Like, cause in my eyes, bro, I don't really think she's a good person. And like, cause you're a mother. Like, how dare you do your kids like that?
Okay.
So like, am I wrong for just completely cutting her? Like, she's a cool person. Like, great personality. We like the same shit. But like, I was like, yeah, nah.
Well,
I don't think you're in the wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I think that talks about one of the topics that we talked about in the past, as far as like holding each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you hold her accountable, not being there for her children. So it's like, nah, that's your children. That's people you had. Like, I don't stand for a chance as a friend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't think you're in the wrong.
No, I don't think you're wrong either. Well, maybe. Like, okay, this is what. Of
course, I can't tell her that.
Okay,
bro.
Yeah,
no.
well, you got to say that shit.
So I feel like you're not in the wrong. You're not in the wrong for knowing, for like cutting her off. You know what I mean? No, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. I mean, like you said, shoot, like that, and I think that all comes with intentions. Because shoot, if you was just one of them people, you just was like, you could ignore that. It's some people that bet. No kids around, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm finna be in there, like, but so it's like, it's like some people like more is like, nah, if in the event something do happen, I need to know who I'm fooling with. Like, and if it gets down, like, just say it goes down that route, you know what kind of, how she gonna, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, nah, I feel like what you did is, what everybody should be honest with yourself about things that you feel like is your red flags. Like, it's nothing wrong with having red flags. Everybody gets to be picky about something. That's one of them things. It's kind of like morally, that's right.
Red flags. Do you feel like everybody has a red flag?
No, I don't feel like I have any obvious red
that's
flags.
a red flag. If you think that you have no red flags and nothing's wrong with you, that is definitely a red flag.
Okay, listen. Okay. Let's define red flag. We talking about red flags as in like a girl looking at us and be like, "That's a red flag." Or red flag as in you got to watch that person.
Nah, like as in like that's a, you know, because like I said, nobody's perfect, right? So so literally at the end of the day, you gonna pick what you gonna deal with, right? So like,
well, I guess,
everybody has a red flag.
I guess this is my struggle with that. My struggle is I don't know if it's a red flag or if it's in my nature. Like some of the things that I see myself having hiccups with in a relationship in general. Like I just, for instance, relationship, it's like, am I supposed to be mad about this? I feel like any man would be mad like about this. It's like I don't know if it's just a me thing or it's kind of like, but it's just certain ways that men feel about the woman they care about, or it's just, so I don't necessarily look at it as a red flag because I see people that's like controlling. They like it's obvious. Yeah. For me, it's kind of like I want to let you do you, but a lot of if there's something that I feel like that we can talk about and may be damage to our relationship in some sort of way, I'm gonna bring it to your attention. Not to
you have to, bro.
Yeah.
If you sit there and be quiet, you'll get walked over.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, and people. That's what I really feel like. Is like you get really pushed in that corner. It's like, but you know how it is about men and us voicing our opinions and how we feel.
So you consider that a red flag or no?
That's why I said I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if the things that I could say like these are red flags. Like, okay, for example, I say like I'm ready for all the backlash. I'm ready to argue with anybody in the comments. I'm ready to listen. I'm ready to argue with anybody.
Put the shade on that motherfucker. But listen, I'm already hot.
Listen, one thing that me and my girl had to come to terms with is this whole going out to the club thing.
Okay, so what's your thing with her going out to the club?
You parked outside the car?
Huh?
You parked outside like
no? The talk was kind of like, well, where we stay at, it's like it's already kind of like people don't know how to act out here.
Yeah,
you can just be trying to enjoy yourself. It's places that you can go to in the clubs that I feel like okay a little bit more safe, but not any club. So when it comes down to if we talking about like living real life together, while we building a relationship, the club don't need to be there like that. We need to be. Okay. We could do anything else. Like I'm not like I just won't go to the club. That's not my scene. That's not But I'll go to a skating ring or like what I'm saying, something that has the same type vibe. But like it's like what I mean. But the club, what you associate the club to nowadays. So and then it's kind of like we in Houston too. So it's kind of like people already don't know how to act. It's always a fight or here or a shooting here or that. So my thing is like I feel like. What I was voicing to her is like, shoot, I don't think that's the scene right now. Especially like, we got to lay a little bit more foundation
for both of y'all or just her.
She's the one that goes to the club.
Okay,
but
got you. I understand.
It was like a, and we talked about it, but the first part of that was kind of like it felt like as if she felt as if I was trying to control her. And then I never tell her she couldn't do what she wanted to do. I just let her know how. It made me feel, and what I'm saying, my thought process of how I'm feeling. Like it's one thing because I feel like I'm more in tune with myself, so I can let you know why I feel how I feel.
Are you also saying like, oh, like you can go to this one because this one's like a little more safer.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you,
Or
and
you
we can
just
add
like-
this to. Am I wrong? I told her like the club. It's more that went into it, but like we came to the conclusion that
Just don't go to the club.
we
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
And as a man, it feels good. It's not a controlling thing.
It's a
It feels
respectable
good.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it feels
yeah.
good.
And
It's like
technically
okay.
you're-
Because
you're
at the end of the day, you want
protecting.
your woman to have a certain level of respect for you, just as like you would have for her.
But it's also a protecting thing as well. You
Yeah.
know.
And also to go on like to even further the case, because I know it's still gonna be some people that say something. Even further the case, the people who she was going to the club around I didn't know or trust them from
Yeah.
the so it was a lot that went into it. But for instance, that it took me a week or so to realize, am I insecure or is it just me trying to protect my woman in my relationship? And so that be where I be at with the red flag thing, because I feel like okay, depending on which woman it is, that may have been a problem. Like that would have been like, nah, you ain't gonna tell me what I can and cannot do, and but it didn't end like that. It ended in communicating on both sides, and we came to it all got worked out. But that's what I feel like it'll be one of them. That's the one I could think of.
As
But-
far as, are you in the wrong with that?
or
Or a
like
red
that
flag?
may be that
Okay.
depending on
bro,
who you
I
are,
don't-
that could be a red
I don't
flag.
Yeah, I feel like asking your partner to not do a certain thing isn't a red flag because people are comfortable with different things. But I think it's the degree at which you go to, like the lengths that you go to. Like I used to work at Fitness Connection some years back, bro, and I would do fitness assessments, and there would be certain women in there. They would be like, oh, like I can't sign up for training, like it can't come out of my bank account because my husband doesn't even know that I work out. Like he doesn't want me to get fit because he feels like I'm gonna leave him after I get fined.
Okay.
Like so stuff like that, yeah, bro. That's too controlling. Like your woman can't go to the gym. Like,
Yeah, you're right. And I think it's different. Like, bro, we didn't travel. Like you say, you travel too. So I done been in different places and realized like safer scenes or like. But I know it's one town I know is H Town.
Oh yeah.
yeah, no, for
I
real.
know.
Yeah, Houston crazy.
Yeah, it's like
Man,
shoot.
the stories my brother be telling me, bro, it's like, oh yeah.
And even in that day, like the day at the last day she was at the club, it was a fight inside the club. And it's just stuff like
And
that,
then,
bro.
like, was it that obviously that leads into something else entirely, and then at that point,
Always starts with a
people
fight.
run around and shit like that, and you can't get out. You're a small person. It's
You
over.
get trampled.
Yeah.
Real quick.
And I think that was a moment too, because it literally was like, because I was like, so did,
said, "What'd you learn?"
did anything happen at the? She was like, I mean, some people got into a fight. I said, so I mean, when shootouts happen, how does that start?
Fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, you just that's why I'm saying. I was like, just letting her know, like it wasn't like I was like, I'm letting you know why I say this things, and I feel like which is why it was able to be resolved. Like she heard me, and it was pretty much like, and I felt good just knowing. I didn't feel like I was being controlling. Like she didn't give me that like she was like, okay, I hear you, and then and that feels good. It feels like you actually value, what I'm saying, my feelings in that, and you hear what I'm saying. But see, that's why I say that'll be like one of the things that I can think of when it comes to red flags. But I feel like everybody has something about them, but I feel like also you got different types of relationships. People may be in real tune with a person to where like you just locked in with that person to where like nothing really about them really kind of like bothers you. You just understand that to be them.
Yeah.
But some people have them things about themselves that they obviously need to change if they want to become one with another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you plan to get married and become one with another, some of the greedy you can't be too greedy. You know what I mean? You got to know at some point it's not just all about yourself. And that's what I feel like it's one of the things that come with being with a certain type of person. Because like it may be a red flag for this person, but this next person that you with may not be that deal.
So, bro, do you believe in the what's it called, date 3 people rule? Like where it's a puppy love and it's like that real heart. What's it called? The real love, what you get, and that one like the more like you, the worst, and the last person you're with, that's like your final person, and that final person is where it's like you accept with them exactly who they are, and but you going into that relationship, it's like you are fully compacted and fully aware of what your flaws were or your red flags are. So it's like that. Both sides of the tale of that. You feel like that?
What you think, Johnny?
I feel like with that, yes, you actually do get to. I feel like at a certain point, you do start to be comfortable with who that person is and just accept them as who they are. But I feel like it's also healthy to hold your partner to a standard, right? Like not trying to control them, but at least like, hey, like this is something that is important to me, and this is kind of like a boundary of mine. And just keeping someone in respect of your feelings is like never wrong, because y'all are a partnership, especially if you're going to do it long term. Like you have to be able to, you know, live in sequence with one another. So
Yeah, you're right. And I feel like, shoot, when it comes down to like a certain type, I don't know, bro. I honestly couldn't. So, okay, when you ask, are you asking, do you think it's like you're gonna go through those relationships in order to get to that relationship? Is that what you're asking?
No. So yes and no, but the yes part is where where the red flags in. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna go through those partners. And obviously, those first couple partners, you're learning. You're learning yourself. You learn how you are with other people, you know, and you learn the red flags, and you learn what people will accept about you. And the only way you learn the red flags is when someone tells you multiple times, like, don't do this, or you're that person, you're that way. But you don't accept it for yourself. You're like, they just saying that's just whatever. But it's not until like you get to that third partner where it's like, but in between that third partner, it's like, damn, like this like that self-reflection moment. You know what I'm saying? That's where that healing journey is, when you actually like, I mean, okay, I'm this type of person, so I need to work on that, or I need to let this person know, like, hey, I'm this type of person. And if you're gonna accept me for that, then that's when, you know, and that's what the point I'm making. Like when you get to that final relationship where you kind of go accountability.
Honestly, I won't say I agree with you. I just only thing that I'm iffy about is the number of relationships in between. Me, even I done had girlfriends young, like, you know, them little bullshit relationships.
Yeah,
you know?
but you know that one, like that first one, all right, that's a milestone.
But even though, like, even then, after every relationship, I always was going and doing self-reflection in between.
Yeah.
Always. I used to ask my ex-girlfriends, like,
said,
is there anything I like, you know, like coming, I always really kept a cool, cordial relationship, even like it was no reason to split on bad terms unless it was a reason.
Yeah.
But I'd keep at least a conversation relationship with them, like, and ask them, like, you know, what could I have did better, or like your experience being in a relationship with me, what was that like, you know? And they pretty much gave me, some people really didn't give me nothing, and that didn't do nothing to but hype my head up. But like other one, it's, you know, they gave me something here and there. But like I'll say, the version of me from this relationship is different from the version of me last relationship. And just knowing that I grew in that aspect is why I appreciate the women that I've talked to along up to it. To an extent, like, you know, I respect, because it's like you were responsible with me getting to this version to be in this relationship or in something that's actually healthy. So I'll say I done went through relationships with and I had to work out the kinks.
Yeah.
It's been over the couple years, but I've always been at like that self-reflective, like, I'm not gonna make the same mistake in a relationship that I made before, you know. And most of the things have been things that like served me on the outside of the relationship too. Just about like, I'll be honest, be completely like transparent. One thing that I had to work through was just temper. Just that's in general, like, you know, I always had that problem since I was younger, but like being responsible for somebody's feelings when you're not really trying to be, like, I can't really just react like out of too much emotion, because I might hurt the person who I'm with feelings just me trying to, you know. So temper is the main thing that's been kind of going like that I had to learn. I'm way better with that now. Like, people hardly see me flip out. I really walk away from you then. But that was like one thing from the relationships that
Retired crash out.
Yeah, that was bro. And these young dudes don't know.
Sometimes.
Yeah, bro. These young dudes don't know about motherfucking. Y'all think y'all be causing violence. Y'all just be dumb. Like back in the day, we was really crash
real
outs, bro.
meditative violence. Yeah,
yes,
that's just crazy, bro.
But you were able to live through that though. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's just we stay out of the way because we're too intelligent to realize whenever we had like it's some people that's living for nothing, bro. And we're gonna come across a lot of them people, especially as times get harder. It's like people feeling like they don't have anything going, so they'll do whatever they got to do in the moment to relieve their feelings, even if that means killing you. So, you know, that's why we got to keep our head on our shoulders. Don't mean we hoes, because by all means, if that's what you want, and I'm gonna be able to go home, then it's cool. But like, you can't, you don't. There's no way to really know. Like I said, we in Houston, and that's really the
Everybody
Things
crazy.
do get crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And then it's open carry out here, bro. You never know who got it.
boy.
It's best thing to do is just diffuse and walk away. Really.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you winning.
Yeah.
If you can do that, you win. That's
Go
why I
out
always
there,
tell.
go
That's
to
why I've
your
been
family
telling
and your
everybody.
people, bro. You win.
Mm-hmm.
Hit them with that God bless. They be like, damn, my fault, bro.
Oh,
They felt that. It's oh yeah, my fault.
yeah. But whatever you got to tell them to make them feel better in that moment, whatever. But shoot, nigga, I'm going home. I got goals and like, you know what I mean? I got stuff that really I got to attend to. Like, I'm not that mad, fool. You ready to kill me?
Yeah, I tell myself, I'm like, bro, like I got too much to lose to try anything else. 'Cause that's like a completely where he's like, bro, he wasted his time, he wasted his life on some bullshit, and he had all this potential. And so wasted potential is you said a quote about this. You said something about wasted potential. I can't remember it specifically, but wasted potential is like by far is the saddest thing.
Mines? Okay. You switched to my angle and then we fade back. And we're back. Okay, so we had another technical difficulties. You know what I'm saying? We won't have these problems season 2. I can pretty much.
season 2, we
I can
back
pretty
in.
much.
Don't quote that, bro. Don't say that. Don't
We
say that.
won't.
Nah,
nigga,
man,
I know exactly.
He can
I
hold
know
himself
exactly
to that
what
standard, bro.
equipment
I'm
to
telling
get.
that.
Okay.
We fresh into the new year, bro.
My
Don't do
bad.
nothing
My
like
fault.
that.
Yeah, this won't happen season 2. It's all right. But so this gonna be an interesting episode. Like I said, I wanted to ask Johnny a little bit more about grind times. I want to give him like I have some questions for him.
Okay.
After that, we gonna kind of do like a brief outro, and then we're gonna bring on our other guests. And then this gonna be like a 2-part. So the rest of this episode will be released next week. Man, that feels so good.
Man,
bro.
bro.
I'm talking in the future.
hard.
Nigga.
Yeah.
What? So I said the rest of this episode gonna be in the next week, and that's how we're gonna kind of do it. So when it comes down to grind times, bro, this is new information about it being like this being 10 years in the making. So now I got even more of a newfound respect for it too, because it's kind of like just you've been working. The name work. The name fits. Grind time, because shit, you can't tell me over 10 years that you just been kind of sliding by. Like you put that work in, bro.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing.
It's been a grind to say the least, bro. Y'all seen it, bro, over the years, the development and everything. But to just give a brief background about grind times, bro. When I was 18, I kind of didn't know what I wanted to do with myself, and I don't know, bro. I never really smoked before, and like I think I started smoking, and now I was like, oh yeah, I fuck with this.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I could see myself doing something with this. I was in college, and I had to do a paper in my economics class, and it was like, what do you think is gonna be something that'll elevate over time? So I just started doing some research, bro, and like it said in an article that weed was expected to, sell more than video games, candy, soda, like the whole nine, like whenever it's legalized in Texas.
Yeah.
And so like I was just like, damn, that's kind of hard. Like I would like to get into that, and I felt like over the years, weed was just bringing me such a community, like just through meeting people, bro, developing relationships and everything. And, obviously weed isn't legal in Texas. Well, it's starting to become legal, THCA. But I was just like, man, like originally I was going to move to Amsterdam and open a coffee shop out there, but they stopped giving Americans visas for that. So I was just like, I need to create like a whole movement around this. So like I first started off with like doing shirts at the crib, like, getting some little stuff and putting my logo.
And what
on
year
it.
was this?
This was 2016.
Okay.
2016 is when I first started making shirts, and I was getting some traction. And this kind of goes back to holding yourself at a standard. There was a girl that I was dating at the time, and I got so busy making my shirts and everything, I stopped spending time with her. And she found that as a problem and kind of created a little divot in our relationship. And so I slacked on the shirts and I lost my momentum. And so then a couple years down the line, COVID came, and then I started doing edibles. And bro, that just took off. It was crazy. Yeah, bro. So like now, even with the edible aspect, I'm to the point to where now I'm doing infused meals for people, like doing 420 specials and stuff like that. So like that's amazing as well. But honestly, like my slogan for Grind Times has always been keep on grinding. Because like in everyday life, bro, everything is a grind, bro. Like we are always working towards our goals, bro, spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever it may be, bro. We're always grinding. Like nothing in our life is easy.
Right.
So I just always wanted to put out like a good message and develop like a good community and, you know, just spread positivity throughout the world in my own way.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so like grind times, I'm able to do that through like the clothing, the connections that I make, just also just you know, just spreading positivity, bro. Like that's just what I'm about, just elevating yourself, bro.
Yeah, and I think that's why we connect, bro, because that's the same thing, bro. It's like the same things that like what the word is that pump us up, that fire us up, bro.
Mhm.
Like you said, it's about spreading positivity and the message within your brand is kind of like, bro. That's why it's like, shoot, it's great that the people that you meet along your path, because you realize, bro, you just start you start to find your people. Like you
Yeah.
could be so
Yeah.
deep in your bag, but
People
you gonna
people
get
will
placed.
attract, bro.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned books. I'm gonna ask you, have you ever read a book called The Alchemist?
Yes,
Yeah. So, bro, honestly, The Alchemist is one of my favorite books ever, bro.
I read that one
And
this past summer.
I read that twice this year. Like it was so good the first time I went back and read it again.
Yeah.
But like I really like how in the book it'll tell you, bro, like when you start to align yourself and like focus on something, the universe will eventually put you in that direction and
yes.
give you resources that'll send you that way if that's really what you want. Like because you'll vibrate that frequency out
Yeah.
into the world.
And that's that. I actually honestly believe that. I've seen proof of it in my
Yeah.
lifetime, bro. Like my life is proof of that. Like the people that I'm surrounded by, bro. Like everybody got their head on straight for everybody, and it's to the point to where like I feel like because of how much work I did on the inside, certain type of people just stay away from me because they just know like, okay, well, he on something right. Like not no disrespect, but they just can kind of know that like my mind is it's not in it's I'm locked in. Like there's something that's keeping me on track. I can't fall off. I can't crash out. I can't like so certain type of people don't even feel comfortable being around me because you can't do no wrong around me and expect me to just be quiet.
Be okay with it, yeah.
Like you doing something wrong, be like, I don't know, bro. Like don't ask me my opinion. Do not ask me because you may not like it, but shoot, you asking me my opinion. You asking me what do I honestly feel like. So it's kind of like, you know, but I feel like that inner work, and it comes to, like you said, whenever you start vibrating at a certain frequency, everything starts to come around. Like your tools, everything just starts to fall in your lap. It literally blows my mind how all this came together, bro. Like I was at work. Like it all started with Tony. I was at work and I was leaving work and I ran into Tony, which was actually my family member that we had lost contact after my grandma passed. I hadn't seen him in 2-3 years. And the things that he wanted to do, I had already been researching a little bit, and it was a little bit more familiar in those aspects. So I was like, I'll show you how to do it. Just, record. You know what I'm saying? We can help each other out. You record for me and I can show you whoop whoop. And like, that's an example. Like, bro, I just wasn't giving up. I was just, you know what I mean? I didn't want to be at Amazon. I didn't want to work there, but I knew I had to be there in order to support, in order to keep pushing, so I won't fall out of balance with everything else around me. But as I'm leaving work one night, what's the coincidence we walking out at the same time? You know Amazon, bro. You know how many people work at fucking Amazon. What's the coincidence that he was able to recognize me after all these years? And because he didn't look how he looked whenever Tony put a little bit more weight on. Tony, you a big bag. But anyway, he put a little bit more weight. He put a little bit of weight on. So, it's multiple ways it could have went left. You know what I mean? But you know how that goes. But like I said, like I agree exactly with what you were saying about that. Now, what we're going to do is in order to keep the conversation flowing, I'm not going to do a formal introduction, like a formal outro.
Okay.
What we're going to do is, you said something about everyday grind, and I want to play to you a song that I wrote called Everyday Grind. Man. So what I'm going to do is we're going to fade to black with the music and then set up for our next, for the rest of the episode for next week.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's pretty much nothing I really else got to say to y'all. Like, I'm gonna just do my thing.
Yeah,
but
that's
any things that y'all individually want to plug while I'm setting this up, y'all can go ahead and do it. That'll be the time. My phone
good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good, bro.
We can fade to black.
Yeah.